A warm greeting to one and all. Dear friends, myself Dr. S.B. Kishore welcome you all in the today's session, create a personal educational website. So let's start with the introduction. A website is one of the most powerful tools for the communication. It helps you to communicate with the world. As a faculty, you can create the website to share your tutorial in the form of video or in the form of text material. Actually, there are no boundaries that what you can do with the website. Definitely you will experience this during the session. Now let's define the website. A website is simply a collection of related network web resources such as web pages and multimedia contents. Typically, they are identified with the common domain name like .com, .org and published on at least one of the web server. Examples include the google.com, wikipedia org and nic.in, etc. Now, what are the basic requirements in order to create the website? You must have a Gmail account and then some of the optional things just to save our time of typing, nothing else. The biodata in editable file either in Word or in doc file. Then photos in format either in JPG, PNG or BMP, no issue. And some files like study material or videos in the form of document sheet or PDF, etc. And they must be stored either in local drive and some files in Google Drives. Now, what are the advantages when you are creating the website using the Google? So, using Google site need a very basic knowledge of the computer, not required any kind of programming or scripting language knowledge. Then one can create the website very easily. Now, what are the features of the Google site? So, of course, it provides many features that includes themes, hamburger menu, embedded URL, mobile view, etc. And most important here is what you see is what you get. Okay. It means whatever the changes that you are doing as a developer, you will be able to see the reflections of those changes very immediately, and hence term called as what you see is what you get. Then in today's session we are going to cover the following contents: how to start with the Google site, then understanding the basic layout of the Google site, then how to edit the home page, inserting the new pages and links, working with the different kinds of elements that has been supported by the Google site, how to access the Google form via website using the announcement, and at last we are going to discuss how to publish our website and understanding the favicon. These are the things that we are going to cover in the today's session. Now, these are some of the references. Now, it's the time to do a practical session. So, like I said that you must have a Gmail account. So, from the Google App Launcher, select the Drive. Which is also known as what? Google Drive. Then new, click on the new, then select more, and from here you can select what? Google site. So it will show you the blank sites having various elements. So first of all, we will enter the site name. For example, Dr. S.B. Kishore. Then you can also type the same name as site name over here. It is what? Simply a file name or site document name. So simply double click, nothing else. Then you have a various elements or objects that has been provided on the home page. This is called the home page. The first page that you are going to get after starting the website is known as what? The home page. So now we will discuss the various elements that has been supported by the Google site. So this is what? The undo, then followed by this is the redo button. This is called as a preview button. You will be able to see the how the user is going to get the view of your website. So simply click on the preview and let's see. This is how the user is going to get a view of your website. Now for mobile user, this is the view that he is going to get. Okay. Then for tablet user, then for laptop and desktop user, it means you can view your website in a different for the different devices like mobile phone or tablet or a laptop and desktop. So you can exit the preview. Then here you can share your work in the form of collaborative manner with some other users. Now in order to share, what you need to do, simply click over here and then assign the name of the person with whom you would like to share this particular website. And then for example, I have selected one of the contributor, and then moment I click the send button, he will get the message that he has become an editor of this website and he can make certain changes. So let's send the message. Okay, then you will find here Google Gear icon in the form of what settings, which helps you to perform the various kinds of settings on the website. So definitely we will see it later on. Then you have a ellipsis button here for performing the more action, and finally you will find a publish button. Once you click the publish, and the whole world will be able to know that you have created a particular website, and they will be able to visit your particular website. And for that purpose, the link has been given over here, and this link will become active only when you publish your website. Then apart from that, you will notice here 3 tab menus. One is insert, then second one is page, and last one is the theme. So we will start with the theme. So this is what your simple a theme. You can change the color, or you can select from here. Also you can select the different kinds of color. Okay, like that way. And apart from that, you also provide the font style that you would like to have for your website. So you have various types of themes: simple, diplomat, level, impression, etc. So we are going to select here what the level, and then we can change the color. For example, okay, and then change the font style. It is in sans, slab, and narrow, so we will keep a slab. Okay, now observe here, we have here option what, add logo. So simply click over here, you can add a logo. So see, it is opening automatically what, the setting option. So you can also get it from here one also. So assign a logo. Okay, in one of my tutorial, in one of my video, I have explained how to create your own logos, and the link of that has been, I am going to provide in the description section. So use it and see how you can create your logos. Apart from that, you can also upload the one more icon, which is known as what, favicon. Now observe, for WhatsApp we have this kind of symbol. By seeing this icon only, we will be able to know this is a WhatsApp. Similarly, by looking this icon, we will know that this is the Gmail. So similarly, we can also have what, the icon for our published website. I am saying the published website. Okay, for right now it is showing what, the Google site one. So let's click on the upload button. I am selecting one more. So you will be able to see this icon only when you publish your website. So rest of the things we will discuss later on. Now close it. Now we will assign a title to our web page. For example, my personal site. Then here you will have a pages and insert. So let's click on the pages. We will add few pages on our website. The current page is known as what, the home page. So we can add the pages from here. Click new page and assign a name. For example, research. Similarly, add few more pages. Let's say books. We can also add an icon over here. So how to get it? For suppose that I have already kept open my WhatsApp web. So for books, I can select the books and then copy this icon and paste over here. It's very simple. Okay, then similarly we will add one more page with the name, say, article. Again, I would like to have an icon over here. So what I can do, shift to WhatsApp, then select the article icon, copy it, and then simply paste. Similarly, you can also add later on also. For that purpose, what you need to do, for example, if I want to add an icon for the home button, what I need to do, simply click on the ellipsis, and then in the properties, I can add an icon. For example, this icon. Done. Okay, so right now total we have a 4 pages. We will add few more The basic purpose of adding all these pages is just to explore the various elements that has been supported by the Google site, nothing else. Syllabus, then one more, say study material. So for a time being we will work with these pages. Later on we will add few more pages. Again, like I said, the basic purpose of adding all these pages is what? To explore the various elements supported by your Google website, nothing else. So now click on the home, and now we will add a text box. And suppose the first I am typing here a name and description. Okay. Now open your Word file, editable Word file, and copy the information. Like I said, the basic purpose of this file is what? Just to save our time of typing, nothing else. Then you can resize them, no issue. I am putting all this thing in the small text. Okay, you can bold, italic, then align, etc. Okay, the next thing that we are going to do is that we are going to add, now we will add an image over here. So for that purpose I am going to use here a placeholder. So simply click over here, then upload, select the image. Okay, then inside this I would like to have what? Say the information about me. So how I can get it? For that purpose again I am selecting what? The text box button, and then right here about me, and now again copy the information from your biodata file. Remember, by default whenever you are adding the element it comes at the bottom only. So now what we can do, since I want this information beside this photo, so simply drag and drop, nothing else. This is drag and drop. Okay, then change the font style. Okay, and now finally in this particular page we are going to add, say, some information message. I would like to share certain information with the students. So for that purpose what I can do, I can select here from here I can select what? YouTube element. Then since I have already uploaded that particular message, so I will click here uploaded in my YouTube channel. So I want to share the COVID-19 message with my users, and now observe, this is what? One of the important message related to the COVID-19. So I would like to put it on my home page only. Now again what I can do, again I can drag and drop over here. So for that purpose, first of all we will resize it, and then drag and drop. Okay, now in between these two I would like to have one divider. So what I can do, place the cursor over here and then divider. So I got here one divider. Now at the end I would like to add one text box, but I don't want to write any message, but just I want to fill this box with a certain color. See what I am going to do, I am adding a color. Again I will create one duplicate of this one, and now drag and put it at the top, so that it gives a better look to our websites. Okay, so let's have a preview of this, what we have done so far. Okay, it looks quite good. Okay. Now I would like to add few more elements over here. Say I want to display the information related to the number of paper that I have published, the number of books and the number of articles over here itself, just the basic intro. So how I can get it? Now if you observe here carefully, this is a combination of what photo and some text material. So we can also have the same effect using this layout. Okay. So now we will see how to use the layout. So I am adding the layout and typing the name here, say title, say research. So I want to add a photo related to research. So upload research. Then over here, let's say books. Then one more, say articles. Books and article. Make it bold, italic if you wish, bold. Now provide the basic information about the research paper. We are not providing a detail, just basic. So the number of papers and conference paper. So simply copy and paste. Then here in books, again copy and paste the information. I already note down all those things in notepad just to save our time of typing, nothing else. And finally the number of articles. Now again we will add here text box just for adding a border, nothing else. Okay. Now let's have a preview of this. Now what I want here is that the moment I click on the research button, the moment I click over here, it should jump to the research page. Okay, so how I can get that particular effect? Let's see. Once again, listen carefully. What I want, the moment I click on the research, it should jump to the research page. It means I want to just to create simple hyperlink. Now in this case, it is called as what? Local link. So here we have what? A insert link. Since we have already created the page for what? Research. So simply select the research and apply. Similarly for this one also, this is called as what? Local link or link within the pages. Articles. Okay. Now let's again preview it. Now the moment I click on the research, see what happens? It jump to the research page. Okay. Let's close. So it's very simple, and that is what we have discussed in the home page. Once again, see what we have done in the home page. In the home page, we have added few pages. Then we have changed the name of the Google site. Then we have changed the title of the site. Then we have added a basic description. Then we have how to add the messages that you already created on YouTube or on your local drive, no issue. Then how to add the images along with the text material, how to drag and drop, how to create the duplicate sections, then how to change the section background. Now just see how to delete. Suppose if I want to give what? A divider over here. Okay, it looks very odd, so we can delete it, nothing else. Okay. Then how to link from one page to another page. So these are the things that we have discussed in our first home page. Now we will start working on the research. Now see, it is not in proper order. So first of all, we will put all these pages in the order. So how I can achieve it? Simply drag and drop, nothing else. Research, then books, then article. Okay, so now it is in proper order. So now select the research. Now we will introduce here one more text. Now it is known as what? Collapsible text. So let's see, add the collapsible text and give the heading journal paper. So now I am providing a detail, the number of paper that I have published in the journal paper. Copy and then paste. Okay, let's preview it first. So observe that the detail paper is not provided unless I am not going to click what? The expand button. Collapse, expand, collapse, expand. Okay, so it means within a small size of the area we will be able to publish our all the paper, and after viewing it we can collapse it. Similarly, we will add one more collapsible text, and now we are going to call it what? Conference paper. And again copy, copy it and paste. Okay, let's preview it. Okay, so like this way you can create something like the national paper, international paper, state level paper, university level paper, the paper that you have published in UGC care list, and so on. So you can create so many collapsible text. Now having so many heading over here, it will be quite difficult to know what you have stored in this particular page. So for that purpose we can create what? A table of contents. So simply click on what? A table of contents. Now remember, when you are adding a table of contents, the link is not available in the preview mode. See, this is what the link. So link is not available during the preview mode. It is only available when you are published your website. So what I meant to say here is that let's preview it. The moment I click on here, what it is showing? Clicking link is not available in the preview mode. Okay, so this link will be active only when you publish your website. So this is about the research paper. Now we will discuss about what? Books. Now see what is the drawback of this particular method in collapsible text. What you have done, we have simply copied and pasted the information. It means, now assume that you have published one more paper. So what you need to do, again you need to note it down in the journal paper, either manually or simply by copy and paste. Now if there is any solution, the moment I update my biodata, it should get what? Updated. So yes, that is possible. So how to get that kind of effect, we are going to discuss that in books. So now in books, before that in research, again what we will do, we will add a text box here, add a text box, again duplicate it and then drag and drop. Now we will discuss about the books. So again, first of all, we will add the text box, as we know that very well, the use of this. Now here what I am going to do, I am going to have a Google Doc file, the element doc. So as soon as I click on the doc, it will show me all the files that are stored already in my doc file. So I already created so many files on the doc. So this is one of the book. So simply double click and close it, nothing else, and it is showing me all the details. Let's preview it first. So this is my what? Doc file. I can also open it in a new window. Okay, so simply close it. Now see what is the advantage of this. Now later on, if I added one more book, or if I have published one more book, so what I need to do, simply select the file where you would like to add that particular information about the new book, For example, the new book is related to, say, written by me, say, on programming with Python. Okay, then I can make the changes over here, 64, and with re-edition this is 109. Okay, so now what I need to do, simply close this file, nothing else. Now in our website, let's see, again I am going to do what, a preview, and let's see the effect. So it is updated. It means the moment I update my doc file, those updated things will be get automatically updated in what, my I am able to see that updation in my Google site also. That is the advantage with what, when you are creating your files with the doc rather than simply collapsible text. Again, at the end we will add a text box with customizing what, just to have a better look, nothing else. Okay, so this is how you can work with the book. Now finally with the articles. Now again we will add here what, double click, text box, change the background color. Now we will add again a collapsible text and say articles. Now add the articles that you have published. Okay, so now let's have a preview of this. Okay, so expand, collapse, expand, collapse. So we already seen the use of collapsible text, so there is nothing new. But now what I want to do here is that I want to add the photocopy of the my article over here. So how I can get that kind of effect? For that purpose I am going to use what here, image carousel. In order to use this image carousel, you must have at least 2 images. Okay, so simply upload the images. Articles, so this is a new thing that we are going to learn in this particular page. Insert. Okay, now you can preview it. So this is what, collapsible text, no doubt. Okay, and now you can view all the articles one by one. Okay, so that is the advantage of what, image carousel. And again at the end what we are going to do, double click, add the border color. Now once again we will jump to research. Now here suppose assume that I want to provide a PPT, how to create the synopsis. So for that purpose I have already created what, one slide. Slide is nothing but the, just like your PowerPoint in Google Doc. So simply double click, and now you can have a view of that. Okay, you can also open it in a new window, no issue. Close it. Again add what, a text box. Now let us discuss what we have learned so far. We have seen how to change the theme. Now when you come to theme, you can also change the theme of each and every page, no issue. Change image, select image, For example, for each and every page you can create what? A separate theme, no issue. Separate background. Okay. For this one also we will change. Let us zoom. So then we have seen how to add a new pages, how to add an emojis, then how to work with the YouTube text box, photos, and again text box, then how to add the borders, then how to work with the layouts. Okay, so these are the things. Then how to create the hyperlink. Let's again preview it for the hyperlink. For example, I am clicking on the book, so it will jump to the book. Okay. Now, and in articles we have seen how to work with the image carousel. Okay, so these are the new things that we have learned. Now there are so many things that we need to learn, so we will discuss all of them in some additional new pages. Now before that, now assume that I want to club all these three under one heading, say called as research work. So how I can achieve it? So for that purpose, insert a new page. Okay, let's call it as what? Research work. Done. And now I want to add one by one, then books, and finally research. Okay, so now it means what? It becomes the sub pages. Now in our programming language we are calling what? Menus, sub menus. Okay, so we can have such kind of effect in Google site also, but now see, we are not able to read what? Our title content properly. Let's again have a preview of this. Okay, it might be possible that it may cut. So how to change the menu's position? How to change this menu position? So that is what we are going to discuss. So in the setting option, under the navigation button, we have a two option, mode and color. So first of all we will discuss about the color. So by default it is what? Transparent to our background color. Now you can have it white effect, or you can also have a black. So I am keeping transparent only. Then mode. So by default it is what? Top. Now select here side. So what will happen? It will create a hamburger menu. This is called hamburger menu or hamburger icon or 3-line icon. Okay, so simply click over here, it will show all the options. So this is a one more way to show all your icon. So again I want to keep it on the top only. Okay, so under navigation button, remember we have a mode and color. Mode is only for how to show your menus option, either on the top or sidebar, and in the color we can have it transparent or black or white. Now we will discuss how to embed the e-content material using these two pages, study material and syllabus. So first of all we will discuss about the syllabus. So I am just changing the position. So click on the syllabus. Again text box, just add a border color. Now again we will add here one text, and now I am typing here the name of the course to which I am teaching. DSC1, same one, paper say 2. Resize it and create the duplicate. Now simply drag and drop, and now here same 2. Okay. Now I want to provide here the detailed syllabus of this particular paper. Now what is the name of the paper? Let's see. Programming logic and technique. Change the similarly here also the name of the paper is what? Programming C. Again change the style. Now I want to add here what? The syllabus. Now how I can get it? So for that purpose, in the insert menu we have what? Here drive. Again I can click here, and here also, from here also I can do what? Select the drive. So simply click on the drive. I have already uploaded all the syllabus in one of my folder called as Google Site. So this is the paper 1 syllabus. Now similarly I am again adding, selecting the drive and then second paper. Now simply drag and drop. Okay, close this. Now align it properly. Center. Center alignment. Now apart, see, it means what you have done, we have created how to create the duplicate of text, okay, then how to drag and drop, and how to work with the drives. Now let's preview it first. So again you can click over here to pop out. So it will open the another new window from where you can download the syllabus, or you can also take the printout of this particular syllabus. It means your student can do it. Now assume that I want to show the cover page of the book over here. Okay, cover page of the book. So for that, how many papers are there here? 2. So I will select the layout having the 2 photos. So select it. So now upload it from the syllabus. Paper 1, upload paper 2. Now give the details of the books. So what we are doing here is that we are providing the details of the books, the book that has been prescribed for the syllabus. It means student will get the idea the kind of book he is supposed to refer. So let's preview it. Okay. Now here I would like to provide a student can purchase this particular book from the amazon.com. So how to provide the link for that purpose? So for that purpose, let's see, this is what, click on the link. Now here we need to provide the link. So I have already kept that link over here. So simply copy it and now paste that link. and apply. Now click the preview, click over here, and now it is redirecting to Amazon.com, from where he can purchase this book online. Okay, it means such kind of features can be provided for the students in your website. Remember, it is not necessary that it should be your book only, it may be someone else, no issue, but you should provide such kind of features for your students. So in the current page we have seen how to work with the drives, then layouts, then how to provide what, the external hyperlink. In the initial stage we have seen how to work with the local link. Now in this case we have seen how to work with the external link. Okay, now as usual, the last thing is what, adding a border. You can also have here divider. So now the next thing that we are going to discuss here is about what, the study material. Please remember, this syllabus and study material comes under the concept called what, e-content. Now for study material we are going to use element called as button. So how to use it? So for first one, say programming logic and technique. Now here we will provide the link of the study material that I already kept in my Google Drive. So let's open the Google Drive. Under the folder Google site, within that study material. Okay, now observe that here the study materials are provided in different format. One is in PDF form, one is handwritten notes that I have just scanned, and then the image that I have captured through mobiles. Okay, so you can follow any one of the method, no issue. Now how to give access to this particular study material to the student? So for that purpose, what we need to do, in the Google site, select the study material folder, and then here there is what, shareable link. So simply click on this, copy this link, and now the kind of permission that you would like to give to your students, whether they will be able to see only view or they are also able to edit it. So since I want to provide the access mechanism what, viewer only, so I am keeping it as it is. Done. Okay, and now here paste that link, insert. Now just preview it. Now click on the programming logic and technique, and student will be able to see all the files that I have kept under the study material only, not other folders. Okay, he will be able to access only these 3 files, since I have provided a link of this study material folder only and not others. So you can keep all your study material in this particular folder, and student will be able to access all of them. Again remember, we are not provided a link to individual file, but we have provided a link to entire folder. It means whatever the changes that you are going to do in the study material, those will be get reflected automatically. So this is one way of providing what, study material to student. Now we will add one more button. Now assume that I want to provide an e-book for paper 2, C, programming C. And now link. So I have already created the link of that file, the ebook link. Simply copy it, paste, insert, and now just have a preview of this one also. So programming C. So this is what now, ebook. Double click and we will be able to access some materials. Okay, so you can also provide the link of what? The ebook one also. So either you can provide your own material that you have kept in the your Google Drives, or you can also provide what? The ebook contents. Now, how to add a video? So I am going to put it in a proper format. I am adding here one more heading. Let's call it as a text material. With the say colorful. Then again I want to change the font style little bit title, and again I want a duplicate of this, paste over here, and now here instead of text, video material. Okay, now again here what I am going to do, select the button. I want to provide the video content of one of the topic called as a algorithm. So how I can provide the link of that file? Let's see. In Google site, this is the file. So now earlier we have seen how to provide the link of the entire folder. Now how to provide the link to individual files? So select the file and then get shareable link. Copy it, done. Okay, so let's preview it. So simply click on the algorithm. So video will get what? Start.
Now next video, character.
So that is how you can provide what? The study material. So remember dear friends, it's not necessary that all the study material should be of your own. It can be someone else, no issue. The only thing that you need to do here is what? You need to provide a proper link so that your student will be able to access all the study material. So we have seen how to provide the e-content to the student. Now just for a moment we will again revise everything from the home page. Now this is what our personal information. It might be possible that you may create for your department one also. You can write the name of the department, about the department, and the faculties under the department, and you can create the separate pages with the departmental faculty's name. Okay, so that is the one way in order to create what? Your departmental website. Then we have provided you here what? The syllabus and study material. So under the syllabus we have seen how to work with the drives, then how to work with the image. We have also seen the collapsible text, table of content, image carousel, button, divider, placeholder, YouTube. Now we are going to discuss about the calendar, map, and some of the other elements. For that purpose, I am going to add few more pages. New page, say calendar. Apply. Okay. So now how to add the calendar? So from the insert menu, select the calendar. It might be possible that you already create the calendar using the Google Calendar. Okay, I have already created, or otherwise you can select the default one that has been provided by the Google. For example, holidays in India. Simply double click it and it will show you. Again at the end, what I am going to do, double click, add the text box and change the color. Now preview it. See, it is showing me the holidays in India in the week, month. Okay, like this way you can view the entire calendar. So again remember dear friends, you can create your own calendar using the Google Calendar app. Now we will add one more page. Let's call it as what? Gallery, which is also known as what? Image slideshow. Gallery. And now here we will add at the beginning a text box. Again just change the color, then again text box with the say heading books. First of all, I want to provide the gallery of books. Then here image carousel, upload the images. So from books select all the image. It will take some fractions of time, no issue. So like that you can create the galleries of your department also. All the newspaper cutting you can provide over here, or all the departmental activities photos. Again we will add here divider, and then again we are going to add an image carousel. For now the awards. Now I want to show you how to upload the image from the Google Drive. So select image. So for awards select all the files that are related to the awards. Insert. Okay, now just title, emphasis, again duplicate, paste over here and change it to award. Just have a preview of it. So remember, these are the book galleries and this is your award galleries. Okay, so like that way you can create your own departmental galleries, which is also known as what? Image slideshow. Now the next thing that we are going to discuss here is about links, how to work with the important links. So first of all we will add one more page after the calendar. So I am typing here the links. Done. Okay, now how to add a link. So link is basically useful to provide a useful link to various organizations. So from your website students should be able to visit the various specific organization like UGC or AICTE or your college website link. So how to do it, all these things. So for that purpose I am selecting here sheet. Important links. Now observe here I have provided the important links of various organizations like UGC, AICTE, our university and so on, including the social medias and their corresponding web addresses. So first of all let's have a preview it. So UGC, simply click over here. So it will be redirect to your UGC website. It means from your personal website students should be able to visit to different organizations. Okay, now suppose if I want to add a new, so how I can do it? Observe that here I have not provided any website link. So how I can edit it? So it means either I should know the web address of this, or otherwise now how to get the address. So Sardar Patel Mahavidyalaya Chandrapur. So see, it is showing the www.sgm.ac.in. So simply copy the web address, close it. Now in the Google Sheet what I need to do? I need to update it. So in the Google Drive, important links, open the important link files. Paste the link. Okay, and now finally close it. Now preview it. Observe that. Simply click, and now you have been redirected. So that is how you can add as many as links of the various organization where your student may visit. Okay. So we have seen how to work with the links. Again, you can also add background color to this one also without adding a text box. Now we will add one more page known as contact us. So again, in the page, select the links and then new page, contact. Now here again we will add the element. Let's say double click, text box, heading, contact me. So again, the copy the information from your biodata. You can provide your email ID, then your YouTube channel address, etc., or your personal website address. So simply select it, then change to small. Okay, contact me in the heading. Then we can also add a map over here, so that the student will get what? The detailed idea about your address. So for that purpose, we have what here? Map. So select the map. So you can create your own map from here by entering the proper location. Since I already created here, what I will do, I will simply select my map and then select the map that you would like to include. You can create your map using the Google Map. Now you can drag and drop. I will simply resize it and then drag and drop. Now just preview it. So see, it is showing me the details of the map, including the address. Okay, that is how you can work with the map. You can resize it little bit. Then again, at the end, I am going to add a text box. Simply creating a website is not enough. It should have a pretty good look. So again, duplicate it, drag and drop. Now finally, how to add a videos. In the study material, we have seen how to add a individual videos. Now assume that you have already your own YouTube channel. So how to provide a YouTube channel link to your student? That is what we are going to discuss now. So in the insert, so far we have seen how to add a page. Now after the study material, select the study material, and after this I want to add a one link. So far we have done what? We have added always a new page. Now here observe that there is a option called new link. So simply click on the new link and now give the heading first of all, my video, and now here you need to provide the link of your video. Since I know the address, what I will do, I will simply type over here, click on the done, and now preview it. Click on my video, it will open another window and it will show you the links of all the video channels, and from here you student can access all the video material that I have provided in my YouTube channels. Okay, so now dear friends, we have covered almost all the elements. Let's see once again. We know how to work with the text box, image, drive, except embed. We will discuss it in a moment about embed. Then we have seen the layouts, collapsible text, table of contents, image carousel, button, divider, placeholder, YouTube, calendar, map, doc, how to work with the slides, sheet. We will see at the end about the forms. Okay, and chart is again very simple, simply drag and drop. Okay, if you want to add certain charts, the chart that you already created, that you can put on your website, nothing else about that. So now only thing that is left is what? Here, embed. Now we are very near to publish our website. Before that, there are few things that we need to do. Don't you like to know that how many people have visited your website? Of course, yes, all of us. So how to get it? Because we don't have any specific element for that purpose. So for all these things, we have what? The embed. So in embed, what we can do, we can copy and paste the someone else code, and in order to use that. So let's see how we can work with this particular embed. So simply click over here. So it is asking what? Embed code. Since I already copied this embed code, I will show you. I am copying this embed code. This embed code is useful. See, the website is what? www and so on. So simply copy. I will show you later on with the moment. Next, insert, and now observe, it is showing you the number of times you have visited this website. Since I have previewed it so many times. Okay, so let's see preview. So now question arises, how I got this particular code. So for that purpose, let me show you. I have already bookmarked that page. It is called as what? Free it counter. It provides the add-on through this. First of all, what you need to do, you need to sign up the free, since I already done it, and copy the code from there and simply put that code within this embed portion. Okay, within this embed portion, and the code will work start. So you can have a various types of embedding code. For example, if you want to know the notifications or the countdown timer, for all this purpose you can add the specific code from the specific provider, and then you can use it in your particular website. So that is what all about the embed. And now we are at the end to publish our website. Before that, there are few things that I would like to discuss. First of all, let us see. It might be possible that someone may ask me, sir, how to delete the pages. It's very simple. So first of all, we will add one new page. Say let's call demo. Done. Okay, now in order to delete this, what I need to do, simply click on the ellipsis and then select the delete. So it's very simple. Okay, again remember, you can change the theme of the all the pages from here. You can change the image, no issue. Then question arises, how many pages I can have on my website? You can have 1,000 pages on your particular website. Okay, and like this we have created what? The sub pages. So like that way we can have up to 5 levels of sub pages. It means again within the research you may write the national research paper, international research paper, and so on. Like that you can have up to 5 levels of the sub pages. Then how to add a footer? So at the bottom you will find what? Here, footer. So simply click over here, and now again I am copying, pasting, copy, paste this information, select it, then select subheading, then align it to center. Now so far what we have done, we have added always the color. Okay, this is the regular one. Now instead of that, what we can do, we can also add an image. So if you have already created, you can upload from there, or you can also select the image from gallery. You can select any one of the image. Now you can also search here also. So for example, I want to add the image related to say same purple color balloon. And now I want to add this one. Okay, it means you can, it is taking a time for readability. It is called as adjust readability. and now you can have a preview of this. Now this footer is added at the end of each and every page. Each and every page. Okay. So again home. See, the number of visiting has been changed. So every time we visit, this count will get what? Increase. Now assume that your college is going to conduct certain workshop or webinar. So for that purpose you want to give a certain notifications, or you want to make certain announcement. So how to do such kind of announcement? So select settings. Here we have what? Announcement banner. So click over here, give a message, for example registration form, again button label for say event registration. Now here I need to provide what? The link of that. So how to get the link of that? So simply Google site, assume this is the event registration form that you already created using the Google form. Just preview it, and now from here simply copy the link and then paste over here. Okay, one more thing before that, banner color that you would like to provide. Since we are already here red color, so I will select here say purple color, and at the end it is asking you whether you want to show this announcement on all the pages or only on home pages. By default it is all pages. Suppose if you want only home page, so you can click over on home page, and how you would like to open it. So open in a new way, simply close it, and now see the registration form. Okay, so just preview it, click on the event registration, and now the participants will be able to fill the form from here also. Okay, so that is the basic idea. That is how you can create the announcement. I am closing some of the unnecessary form. Now close this, and now finally we are ready to publish our website. So I hope that all of you are very much exciting to know what are the things that you need to do in order to publish your website. So before that, once again let me revise. Dear friends, it is not necessary that you should create only your personal website or educational website related to study and syllabus only. You can also create your departmental website where you can put the departmental information followed by the names of all the lecturers, and you can create the individual pages of all the lecturers. Okay, so that is how you can also work with that. And now publishing a website, click on the publish. By default it is showing me the web address for my this particular website. So if you wish, you can have this one, or you can also change it. For example, if I change, and suppose I have provided the name something like this, so it is showing that this is a great address, but it is already taken. So what I can do here is that SPC, is it okay? Yes, it is available. Okay, I can use this one. So remember, my website address name will be something like this: https sites google.com view Dr. S.B. Kishore -SPC. Now if you want to, you can publish this website for the entire world. If you want to publish, it means you can make it as a global, or you can also create a website only for which can be used by your students only. It means you can create the intranet. So how can I get it? By clicking on this request to publish search engine to not to display my site. So by clicking on this, what can happen? You can create the intranet website. It means the whole world is not able to access your website. Only the students who have the link of this particular website, only they will be able to access. Okay, now since I want to make it as a global, I will click here publish. So now click on the publish button, It is taking a time, and your site has been published successfully. So simply view it. Okay, so this is what the final web address link which I can share with my all the students. So let's see how it is working.
Hello friends, be safe. In order to get an updated knowledge about COVID-19,
Okay, then we have seen how to work with the layouts, then visitors, how to work with the embed coding, then how to create the footers, then we have seen how to create the sub pages. Okay, then under the sub pages we have what, the research, then we have seen how to create the table of contents, the collapsible text. Now please remember conference paper, so it will directly jump to the conference. We have seen the link is now activated because your website has been published. Okay, then we have seen how to show the slideshow, then in the syllabus we have worked with the drives, then we have worked with the image carousel, then how to provide the hyperlink to amazon.com in order to purchase this book. Then in the study material we have seen how to provide the link to your entire folder, or you can also provide the link of ebook. Then here we have seen how to provide the link to entire folder, and in this case we have seen how to provide the link of individual files. Then we have seen how to create the YouTube video channel link. If you already your YouTube channel, you can provide the link of that over here. Then in the gallery section we have worked with the image carousel. Then in the calendar section we have seen how to work with the calendars. In the links we have seen how to provide the important links of the various organizations from your website, so that the student will be able to visit the particular website, particular organization website. Then in the contact us we have seen how to work with the maps. Okay, and now observe finally, dear friends, this is what your favicon icon. Okay, like I said, once you publish your website you will be able to show what, your icon. So remember friends, in order to create your personal icon, how to create it, I have already created one tutorial on that, and the link of that tutorial I am providing in the description section, so you can create your own icon for that purpose. So that is what all about creating a personal educational website where you can embed all the e-content material. So it means the basic use of website is what, to combine all the individual things that you have developed separately. You can put all the things at one proper place. So that is the basic use of what, the website. So I hope that you understood all the steps. Just try yourself all the steps that we have done over here. With that, thank you very much. Have a nice day.